Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the third session of PyCode series. It's very amazing to see such enthusiastic participation from all schools. Today, we will be learning about how to make a calculator and learn some mathematical calculations. So, handing over the session to Mr. Raju. And
Thanks, ma'am. And okay, so let's start the session. So in this session, we are going to learn about calculator. Okay, how to make our own calculator. In this session, we will learn that. But before starting how to learn how to make our own calculator, let's have a quick revision about the previous activity that we have done. So in the previous activity, we have learned about display weekdays. Okay, so we will learn about a little bit about display weekdays, and then we will move to we will move to current session, that is how to make a calculator. So in this session, in the previous session, we have learned about some programming concept called uh, conditional statement, and also we have learned about comparison operator. So let's take a quick revision about that, and then we will continue with our current session. So I'm taking a whiteboard to explain what is comparison operator. So basically, in your math class, you have learned about different mathematical symbols, right? There is a symbol called equal to symbol, then there is a symbol called greater than symbol, then there is a symbol called less than symbol. So what are these symbols? These symbols are called comparison operator. Okay, so in mathematics, if you are using these symbols, you can compare two values. So what are the values you can compare? So there is a value in the left side and in the right side, so you can compare both values by using this comparison operator. So one by one, we will see about the comparison operator, and then we will move to the next topic. So first, suppose I have made a variable a, and in that variable, I am comparing with a number. So suppose a is equals to 5. Now here I have to put not 1 equal to, we have to put 2 equal to. So 1 equal to means a is equals to 5, but double equal to means we are comparing the value inside a to the number 5. So suppose someone entered a equals to 3. Now, can anyone tell me 3 is equal to 5? The answer will be no. Okay, so if it is no, the operator will say false. Okay, because 3 is not equal to 5, so it becomes false. Now in the same way, if some other person put the value inside a 5, then what will happen? We will again check whether a is equals to 5 or not by using this double equal to operator. So now if I check it, 5 is equal to 5. Yes, 5 is equal to 5. So in that situation, the double equal to operator will give us true, means it is correct. So this is how the double equal to operator works, and this is the comparison operator. Now, other than double equal to operator, there are other operators also which we are using to compare two values. Few of them is greater than and less than operator. So you have seen this symbol in the mathematical class. And what are these symbols? These symbols are actually comparing two values such that one value is greater than the second value. So let's talk about greater than operator first. So I'm going to remove erasing this example, and I'm going to take greater than operator. So now, what is this greater than operator? So it's looked like a alligator mouth opening. So the side where the alligator is opening the mouth, that side it should be greater, and the side where the alligator is closing the mouth, that side should be smaller. So if I say a is equals to 8, now we will compare that 8 is bigger than 5 or not. If it is bigger, the operator will say true to us. Now let's check it. 8 is bigger than 5. Yes, it is. So this greater than operator will give us true. Now, if someone again put the value in the A, and this time he put the value 4. Now, this time this will become false. Why? Because 4 is not greater than 5. So I hope the greater than operator is clear for everyone. Now let's move to the next operator, that is less than operator. So for in the less than operator, what we have, the alligator mouth is opening on the side of the value. So we are checking our value is smaller than the given value or not. Okay, so what we are checking is 4, because A is 4, is smaller number than 5 or not. So yes, it is smaller number than 5. So what we will do, the answer will become true. Now, if somebody re-enter the value inside A, and this time the value will be 8, then what will happen? We will again use this operator and check it. So 8 is smaller number than 5? No. So if it is not smaller number than 5, we will make it false. So that is your comparison operator, and we will use this comparison operator in our activity. Okay. Now let's move to the next topic that we have discussed in the previous class. So the next topic is conditional statement. Now for that, I'm going to open my document and I'm going to show you comparison conditional statement. So in the conditional statement, you have a condition, okay? And the condition can be anything. In this example, I have taken a condition if mass is greater than 80. Okay, so if I score more than 80 marks, then what will happen? I will get an iPhone. And if I score less than 80 marks, then what will happen? I have to go to the tuition. So in conditional statement, you have a condition, and that condition gives you two answers. It can be yes or no. So if it is yes, we will do a task, and if it is no, we will do another task. Okay, so I hope it is clear for everyone how to use conditional statement. Okay, so in the conditional statement, we are checking a condition. The condition will give us two answers, yes or no. According to the answer, we will do a task. So if it is yes, we will do a task. In this example, we will get an iPhone. Okay, and if it is no, then what will happen? We have to go to the tuition. So suppose if someone gets 79 marks, then what will happen? It is no, right? And if it is no, he has to go to the tuition. Understood? And if it is yes, then what will happen? If he get, suppose he get the marks 85, then what will happen? It becomes yes, and if it is yes, we will get an iPhone. Okay, so I hope the conditional statement is clear for everyone, and let's move to the next point. Okay, so in the previous class we have learned about an activity called display weekdays. So in that activity we have to enter the number of days, and according to the number we will display the day. For example, if I put number 1, then what will happen? It will display Monday for me, and according to that I can put any number to show the days according to that. So for example, if I put number 2, it will display Tuesday. Then if I put number 3, it will display Wednesday. Or for number 4, it will display Thursday. For number 5, it will display Friday, and so on. Okay, so we will learn how we will see that activity first, and then we will move to the activity that we are going to learn today. Okay, now I'm sharing the activity screen, and now let's talk about the activity. So first, I have printed a message called enter the number between 1 to 7. So when the user sees this message, he will enter a number between 1 to 7. Okay, for displaying the message, I use print block. Okay, then I have created a variable week. Okay, so what is week? Week is a variable in which we will store our number. Okay, so for week, what I have done, I have write a message, enter a number. So when the user sees enter a number, he will enter a number inside the week. Okay, so whatever the number user will enter, that number will store inside the variable week. Okay, so for that we have made a variable week. Okay, now I only want to store number, not string, not decimal number, nothing. I only want to store the number. So to only store the number, for that I have taken a block which is called int block. So whatever the block you will put inside the int block, that block becomes a number. So whatever the user enter, this becomes the number. Okay, now then we are checking the multiple condition here. So if user enter inside the week, if user enter 1, then what will happen? We will print Monday. Okay, else if, now this is the first condition. Now to enter the second number, we have to take a block called else if. Okay, so that we can put multiple condition. So for putting the else if, we need to click on the setting icon, and in this setting icon you will see there are lots of blocks. We have to take else if block and connect it with the if. So it will create a new section, else if section for us, that we can use. Okay, so in this way, we have already done the code for Monday. So how many days are remaining? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For all those days, we have to take 6 else if. So I have taken 6 else if. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then I just change the number. If week equals to 2, show Tuesday. Okay, if week equals to 3, show Wednesday. If week equals to 4, show Thursday. If week equals to 5, show Friday. If week equals to 6, show Saturday. And if week equals to 7, show Sunday. So we have completed all the 7 days, right? But there may be a chance that user will enter a wrong number also. He can enter 8, he can enter 9. So we don't mention any days for those numbers. So what will happen if user enter any wrong number? Then we will print a message, enter the correct number. Okay, so that's how we display weeks, days in our activity. Now let's see how it will show. So if I press the run button, I have to enter a number here. So let's enter 4. So when I enter 4, it will display Thursday for me. Okay, because I have put the condition. If someone put 4 in week, we have to show Thursday. Now in the same way, if somebody enter a wrong number, suppose 8, then what will happen? He will get the message, enter the correct number. So in this way we can display weekdays by putting the number. So that is all about the previous activity. Now let's discuss what we will learn in today's activity. Okay, so in today's activity we are going to learn about calculator. Okay, so what is calculator? Let's discuss that first. So in the calculator we should enter the number, we should enter the first number. So I am writing first number as f. So we should enter any number in the first number, that is our variable. Suppose I have write 2. Now in the second time, what we will do, we will enter the second number. So for suppose in second number I have entered 3. Now there will be a choice. So I can choose what operation I want to perform. So suppose if choice is equals, C is the variable for choice. So if choice becomes 1, then what we will do, we will add 2 number, first plus second. Okay, now if choice becomes 2, then what we will do, we will subtract first minus second number. Now if choice becomes 3, then what we will do, we will multiply these two numbers. And if choice become 4, then what will happen, we will divide these two numbers. So that's how we are going to create our calculator. So first divided by second number. Okay, so that's how we are going to create our calculator. Now to store the result of addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, we have to create one more variable that is called result. So inside the result, we will store our answer. What answer? After adding, multiplying, dividing, and subtracting two numbers. Okay, first plus second. Now, before we will move to the activity, let's discuss about these operator that is called arithmetic operator. So let's talk about arithmetic operator. Now, in the arithmetic operator, we have multiple operators, but we will talk about simple four operator that we are going to use in our activity. First is addition. The second one is subtraction. The third one will be multiplication, and the fourth one will be division. Okay. So these are the operators that we are going to use to add, to subtract, to multiply, or to divide. So suppose if I have two numbers like 4 plus 5 and I want to add these two numbers, I will use the operator addition operator, which is plus operator. Now the answer of this, I have to store the answer somewhere. So I will create a variable result, and in which I will store the answer of these two operators, of these two numbers. So after adding these two numbers, the answer will be 9, and then it will be stored inside the variable, which is r. R means result. So inside the result variable, we will store these answers. Okay. So let's talk about the second, subtraction. So if I have to subtract, I will use the symbol subtraction symbol. So 7 minus 5, the answer will be 2. Now one more thing I want to discuss with all of you is that what will happen if I put the number like this, 5 minus 7, then what will happen? It will actually subtract these two numbers and the answer will be in negative. So it will be minus 2. So you need to take care about it. Whatever the variable you will put in the left side, you have to take care about it. It should be a bigger, you should put a bigger number in that. Okay, otherwise you will get an answer in negative. Okay, now same for multiplication and same for the division. So let's quickly see. This is the symbol for multiplication, 5 multiplied by 2, 10. And then division will be the same. Now, let's talk about the division a little bit. So in the division, what we need to understand is the number that you will put in the left side, it should be the number that you are dividing. So for example, if you want to divide 10 divided by 2, so 10 should be here in the left side and 2 will be after the division symbol. Then you will get a correct answer. So 10 divided by 2. So the answer will be 5, and that will be stored inside the variable result. So that is all for the arithmetic operator. Now we will move to the point how to take multiple decision, how to handle multiple condition. Okay, in this calculator. Okay, in this calculator activity. Now for that I am opening my document, and we will see how to do that. So here I have made a flow chart for that. So one by one we will discuss that. So suppose, as I told you, we have to enter a choice, and according to the number that you will put in the choice, we will take a decision what we have to do. So suppose if someone enter a choice 1, so choice equals to 1, it is yes, then what will happen? We will add two numbers. Okay, but if someone didn't enter 1 and it becomes no, then we will check if someone enter choice equals to 2. So if someone enter choice equals to 2, it becomes yes, and if it is becoming yes, then what will happen? We will subtract two number, and if it becomes no, then we will check if someone enter choice equals to 3 or not. If someone enter choice equals to 3, it become yes. And if it is become yes, then we will multiply two number. And if it becomes no, then what will happen? What we will do? We will check the choice number 4. So if choice is equals to 4 and it become yes, then what will happen? We will divide two number. Otherwise, what we will do? We will say, we will display a message and please enter the correct number, because we have only 4 choices. So for each choices we have an operator. For addition we will use plus operator. For subtraction we will use subtraction operator. Then for multiplication we will use multiplication operator, and for division we will use division operator. So that's how we are going to create our activity. Now for creating our activity, I have also written some steps that we need to follow. So for making a calculator, first step is we have to create two variables, first number and second number, so that we can enter first number and second number by the user. So let's see that. So for that, I'm going to open my AI Connect, and in this we are going to create a new activity. So this activity is basic Python. So we will press the button basic Python, and here we will enter the name of the activity. So the name of the activity is make a calculator. Now it is in the second option we have to select the activity type. So it is basic Python, so we will not change it. The third option is we have to select the project. So we have created in the previous session also, we have created a project called PyCode. So in that project we have to save this activity. So after I will click on create, then what will happen? This activity will be created on PyCode. So if you go to the projects, go to PyCode, you will get a new activity called make a calculator. And in this make a calculator, we will do our activity. So let's start. So in the step number 1, what we need to do, we need to create two variables for entering, so that user can enter two numbers, first number and second number. So I will click on variables and I will click on create a variable. So the first variable will be first number. Okay. And the second variable will be second number. So I have created two variables, first number and second number. Now what I need to do, I need to enter a number that will be stored inside the first number. So to enter a number, we need to go to input and we need to take input block, so that user can enter a number with keyboard. So here I have to enter the message. So what is the message I will put? Enter the first number. Okay. Now what I want, user can only put the number. Okay, not decimal number, not word, not letter, not anything. It will only put the number. So for that I will go to conversion and I will take int. Okay, so if I put my input block inside the int, now the user can only put the number only. Okay, now same way I have to do this same task for the second number. Now the message will be changed. Here the message will be enter the second number. And still we have to only enter the number, so I will put the int block. Okay, so now I'm going to, this is done. Now I'm going to show first number and second number on the output screen. So to show these two numbers, I have to use print block. Okay, two print block to show first number and second number. So first number and second number. So if I press the run button, I can enter the first number. Let's say I'm entering the first number 12. The second number, let's say I'm entering 24. Now it will display 12 and 24 for me, because by using print block I am doing this. So quickly, everyone, please do this much of task, and then we will move to the next step. Okay, I think everybody has done this task. So let's move to the next step. So for the next step, what we need to do, we need to create a variable result where we can store our result. Okay, so if we add two number 4 plus 5, where it will be saved inside the variable result, so result will become 9. So we have to do that task. So let's create a variable result. Result. Okay, right now I'm not going to use the result because right now we don't have to use it. Now let's move to the third step. In the third step, we have to create another variable called choice, so that user can enter the choice number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So if user enter 1, then we will add 2 number. If user enter 2, then we will subtract 2 number. If user enter 3, then we will multiply two number, and if user enter 4, then we will divide two number. So let's start that. So for that, before we will actually use the choice variable, we have to show a message. What would be the message? We will show a message that please enter a number between 1 to 4, so that user will only enter a number between 1 to 4. So for showing the message, I will take this block. Okay, this is double quotes block that I can use to show the message. So the message is, please enter the number between 1 to 4. Okay, and now we will use the choice variable. Now for the choice variable, we have to create a choice variable. So I'm going to create a choice variable choice, and in the choice, what we will do, I will put set choice equals to, I have to put a message. So what would be the message? Please enter your choice. So after reading this message, user will enter his choice. Please enter your choice. Now, this choice should also be in number. So for using that, we have to take int variable, and we will put the input block inside the int variable. Now the user can only enter the number. So we have created the choice. Now we will check the choices. So what are the choices we have? Let's see the flowchart one more time, and then we will enter the choices according to that. So what are the choices we have? So in the starting, we have a choice equals to 1. So if user enter 1, then what will happen? We need to add to number. So let's do this task. So to check what user has entered, we need to go to the logic, and we need to take if block. Okay, and inside the if block, we will put our condition. So what is the condition? For we are comparing the number inside the choice with the number that we will put. So if choice equals to 1, then what we will do, we will add two number. So let's see that. So for that, I'm going to go to logic and take double equal to operator to compare choice with our number. So here what I will do, I will put the choice in the left side, and in the right side, I will put the number. So if choice equals to number 1, then what will happen? What will happen? We will go to, we will make set result equals to, means we are storing the answer inside the result. And what answer we have to store? We have to add to number. So to add to number, we need to take addition operator. So I will take additional operator, and in the left side, I will put the first number, and in the right side, I will put the second number. So first number plus second number. Now I will display my answer. So to display my answer, I have to use print block, and inside the print block, we will use result variable. So whatever the number stored inside the result, that would be displayed on our output screen. So to display the result, before we display the result, I will also put a message. That message will be the addition of two number is, and then I will show the answer that is stored inside the result variable. Now let's check this code and then we will move to the next point. So if I run this, I will enter to number 12. I will enter second number 8. Now I am going to enter my choice 1. So if I enter 1 as my choice, the answer will be the addition of two number is 20. So we get the answer. So all of you, please do this much of coding and then we will move to the next point. Okay, so I think all of you have done it this much. So let's go and check the other condition also. So what are the other condition? So in the other condition, what we will see, let's go to the document and let's check the other condition. We have to check choice. If user enter choice 2, then what will happen? We will subtract two number and so on. So let's quickly complete it. So to actually check the multiple condition, we need to take a block, else if block. So I will go to the setting icon and there is a block called else if block. We will connect that block. How many times? How many condition we need to check? After checking the first condition, we have only three conditions: number 2, number 3, and number 4. So we will check three more conditions. Okay. Now in these three more condition, we only need to change the number, and according to the number, according to the choice, we need to change the operator. So I'm going to right click on it and I will press duplicate. So it will copy a new block for me. Okay, so if choice is equals to number 2, okay, if choice is number 2, then what will happen? I will duplicate this block, and here we don't have to add two number, we need to subtract two number. So I will take subtraction block. Okay, and then we will also change the message. So it will be subtraction of two number, and then we will print the result. So in this way, we have done the coding for subtraction. Same way, we have to do the coding for the multiplication. So again, I will press the duplicate button. Here, the choice will change to 3. And here, the result will be first number multiplied by second number. So here, I will choose the multiplication operator. Then the message will be also changed. So I will duplicate the message. And here I will do multiplication. Okay, so here I will put multiplication of two number. Okay, and here I will show the result. And in the last choice, what I will do choice equals to 4. So if my choice is equals to 4, what we have to do, we need to divide two number. So I will put choice equals to 4. Here the result will be set result equals to first number divided by second number. So I will choose the division operator, and then I will put print division of two number. The message will also change, and then I will show the division of two number. Now I will print the result, and then the last thing that we have entered all the choices, but suppose if still some user entered the wrong number, We have a choice between 1, 2, 3, 4. And if some user enter 5, then what will happen? We have to tell them don't enter number 5. So we have to tell them please enter a correct number. So for that, I'm going to take one else block, and in the else block, I will display that message. So now we have to just print the message. So I will take print block, and the message will be, for putting the message, I will take double quotes, and the message will be please enter correct number between 1 to 4. So now if any user enter incorrect number, then this message will be displayed on the screen, so that he knows that he has to enter a correct number. Okay, so that is the complete code to make a calculator. Now we are going to check the output. Okay, so let's check the output. So I'm going to press the run button, and now we have to enter a number. So I'm putting, let's say 10. Now we have to enter a second number. So let's say 2. Now I want to enter 1. So it will add 2 numbers for me. See, the addition of 2 number is 12. Now let me just run it one more time and show you subtraction operator. So 10, and first number is 10, second number is 2. So the choice is 2. So for subtraction, the choice should be 2. So I will put the number 2. Okay, when I put the number 2, then what will happen? 10 minus 2, the answer will be 8. So let's see. See, the answer becomes 8. Now let's go and try multiplication. So enter the first number is 10. Enter the second number is 2. Now for multiplication, we have to enter the choice 3. So I will enter 3. Now when I enter choice 3, it will show me the multiplication of 2 number, which is 20. 10 multiplied by 2 is 20. Now let's see the division. So I will enter the first number 10, the second number 2, and here I have to divide. So the choice will be 4. So when I enter 4, then it will divide 2 numbers. So 10 divided by 2 is equals to 5. So it shows me 5. Okay, so all those 4 operator is working perfectly. Now suppose if someone enter a wrong result, then what will happen? The first number is 10, the second number is 2, and I am putting the choice 5. Then this is the wrong choice, because we have created the choice up to number 4. Then if I enter it, it will display a message for me. Please enter the correct number between 1 to 4, so that user get to know that he has entered a wrong choice. So that is all for the calculator. Now we will have a quick revision about this activity, and for revision, Akshay sir will tell you. So Akshay sir, you can continue.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Thank you, Raju, for such a great session. Right. I hope all the students here enjoyed that. Right. So from here, I'll just take over and we'll have a quick revision as well. We'll have some discussion of the topic for today. That was how we can make a calculator. Right. So I'll just share my screen, students, and we'll just continue with the activity. Right. So yeah, let me just share my screen. And yeah, right. So हम सब ने एक्टिविटी कर ली है जो थी कैलकुलेटर, राइट. तो हम सब मोस्टली कुछ भी को होता है हम कैलकुलेटर यूज करते हैं, राइट. इफ यू वांट टू परफॉर्म एनी कैलकुलेटर, हम कहाँ पे कैलकुलेटर देखते हैं बेसिकली? एनी शॉपकीपर, राइट. यू हैव इन बैंक्स माइट हैव सीन कि वो कैलकुलेटर यूज करते हैं किस चीज के लिए? दैट थिंग इज देयर दैट टू परफॉर्म मैथमेटिकल ऑपरेशंस, कि उन्हें चेक करना है कि इन दो अमाउंट का, राइट, इनका सम क्या होगा, मल्टीप्लीकेशन, ठीक है. तो कुछ भी हमें मैथमेटिकल ऑपरेशंस करने होते हैं, हम उसके लिए कैलकुलेटर का यूज करते हैं, ठीक है. तो आज की जो एक्टिविटी थी, आपने खुद सीखा कि आप खुद का कैलकुलेटर कैसे बना सकते हो, राइट। तो आपने पाइथन लैंग्वेज को यूज करके सीखा कि हाउ यू ऑल स्टूडेंट कैन मेक योर ओन कैलकुलेटर, ठीक है। तो हम स्टार्ट करते हैं जल्दी से। तो आई स्टार्ट विद द एक्टिविटी। हमने क्या किया था, पहले हम गए थे अपने प्लेटफॉर्म पे गए, हमने इसको ओपन किया, क्रिएट पे क्लिक किया, ठीक है। एक्टिविटी का नाम हमने कर दिया कैलकुलेटर, ठीक है। टाइप इज बेसिक पाइथन, और जो हम प्रोजेक्ट यूज कर रहे हैं उसका नाम है PyCode, ओके। दैट इज द नेम ऑफ आवर सेशन। So we click on create over here and boom, the platform is ready. I'll have the activity that will be shown in my project. I'll just open this quickly, just 1 minute. I'll open my activity calculator, ठीक है। तो ये वो स्क्रीन है जहां पे we'll make our activity, right? तो जब भी आपने कैलकुलेटर को यूज किया होगा, राइट, तो लेट्स कंपेयर व्हाटएवर वी हैव लर्न टुडे विद आवर रियल लाइफ सिनेरियो, ठीक है। तो जब भी हम कैलकुलेटर को यूज करते हैं, व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप, आपसे कैलकुलेटर ये पूछता है कि आपको करना क्या है, ठीक है। आपको करना क्या है, या फिर किन नंबर्स से आपको ऑपरेशंस करना है, व्हाट आर नंबर्स यू वांट टू इंक्लूड एंड व्हाट यू वांट टू डू विद देम। दैट इज व्हाट द कैलकुलेटर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आस्क यू, राइट। So we'll just go in the similar way. पहला स्टेप मेरा रहेगा where the computer will ask me कि what is the first number। तो मान लो मैंने यहाँ पे वेरिएबल क्रिएट कर दिया जिसका नाम हो गया फर्स्ट नंबर, ठीक है। तो ये हो गया मेरा फर्स्ट नंबर, राइट। उसके बाद मैंने क्या क्रिएट किया, मैंने एक और वेरिएबल क्रिएट किया सेकेंड नंबर, ठीक है। तो फर्स्ट नंबर सेकेंड नंबर, मेरे पास दो वेरिएबल्स आ गए। अब ये वेरिएबल्स हैं किस लिए, फर्स्ट नंबर है जो हम यूजर से लेंगे फर्स्ट नंबर, उसका इनपुट लेने के लिए, ठीक है। सेकंड नंबर है जो हम सेकंड नंबर यूजर से इनपुट लेंगे, उसको फिर से इनपुट लेने के लिए, ठीक है। तो हम यहाँ बात कर रहे हैं नंबर की। जैसा मैंने बताया था आपको फर्स्ट क्लास में, दैट व्हेनेवर यू हैव टू टेक अ इनपुट फ्रॉम यूजर एंड दैट इज ऑफ द काइंड number, so what do we have to do, what kind of conversion block we have to use? I want answers in the chat box. Let's see, I want teachers to help the students to answer in the chat box. I want everyone over here to be really active so we can have an interactive session. Yeah, integer int, हम conversion पे गए, ठीक है। यहाँ पे हम लेंगे input, राइट। तो मैंने इनपुट लिया, अब मुझे इनपुट क्या चाहिए, I want the user to enter the first number over here, okay, and we have got a shortcut over here, right? So yes, directly enter the second number, okay, just right click and duplicate, ठीक है। तो because I wanted the same logic to be used, so मैंने एक shortcut use किया, that was duplicate, right? So all these things have been done। अब फर्स्ट नंबर आ गया, सेकेंड नंबर आ गया, बट अब करना क्या है नंबर से, what has to be done, I have to tell this to the computer, I have to tell this to the program में से पूछे पहले, ठीक है, कि what I want to do, and that is the operator, and to be more specific हम क्या बोलते हैं उसको, mathematical operator, ठीक है, right। So in this what I have done, I will just take certain I will just write over here, see, so what the user can enter, means enter the input, right। तो अगर हम इसमें enter 1 for addition, 2 for subtraction, okay, then 3 for multiplication and 4 for division, ठीक है। तो I have done this much part, these much things shall happen। और हमने इसमें छोटा सा पार्ट एक और ऐड किया था कि मान लो मुझे प्रिंट कराना है कि यूजर ने क्या किया, एंटर किया। तो हमने क्या किया था, I just printed the value of first number and the value of second number onto the screen, ठीक है। तो मेरा वो भी प्रिंट हो गया, राइट। तो all initial part has been done। अब मुझे करना क्या है कि अगर यूजर ने 1 एंटर किया तो क्या होना चाहिए, आई वांट की एडिशन हो जाए, मतलब दो नंबर्स दे हैव टू गेट एडेड, राइट? So whatever is the first number, whatever is second number, they both have to be added, right? Subtraction, जो आपका फर्स्ट नंबर है उसे हम सब्सट्रैक्ट कर देंगे सेकंड नंबर को. मल्टीप्लिकेशन, मल्टीप्लाई बोथ द नंबर्स. डिवीजन, डिवाइड द फर्स्ट नंबर बाय द सेकंड नंबर. दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट. ठीक है, हमने सब कुछ ये कर दिया है, राइट? अब एक चीज मिसिंग है. ठीक है, हमने फर्स्ट नंबर का इनपुट लेने के लिए हमने क्या बनाया, वेरिएबल फर्स्ट नंबर. सेकेंड नंबर का इनपुट लेने के लिए मैंने बनाया सेकेंड नंबर. ऑपरेटर का इनपुट लेने के लिए मैंने बनाया ऑपरेटर. ठीक है, अब एक चीज मिसिंग है. So what is that, students? Tell me in the chat box. Try. What is the answer? Okay, let Raju speak that out. What is left, Raju? Yes, definitely. So we need one more variable over here where I can store the output, right? कि जो मेरा आउटपुट आए, कैलकुलेटर जो मेरा आउटपुट मतलब इसका आंसर निकाल रहा है, it should have a space where it can store that value, and that is the result. Okay, so I have made a new value over here, that is the result. ठीक है, अब बस the last part of our coding, so we have to put now conditions. So as Raju sir explained you with a very great example, that if parents tell you that if you get good marks, you'll be getting amazing gift like bicycle, like Xbox, iPhone, right? But if you are not able to achieve that good marks, okay, then what happens in that condition? You have to go to tuition, okay, or you're playing with your friend is not allowed. Certain things happen with you, right? It happened with us as well, right? Okay, so we'll put conditions over here that if it's 1, then if operator is equal to 1, then we have to do addition. If it's 2, so we'll put in conditions like this, like we did in the last session where we had the weekdays. तो हम क्या कर रहे थे वहां पे, अगर 1 कराया, अगर यूजर ने 1 इनपुट किया तो हमको प्रिंट कराना है मंडे, अगर 2 किया ट्यूसडे. Similarly over here, if user is entering 1, it has to be addition. Let's start the work. Okay, अब देखो हमें ना कंपेयर करना है. ठीक है, now what we have to compare? The value of operator and what user is entering, right? Up what I will do, logic may have got these blocks that we even told in the last class, that is comparative block. तो हमने यहाँ पे लिया अपना ऑपरेटर कि अगर ये ऑपरेटर है आपके नंबर 1 के इक्वल, ऑलमोस्ट डन. ठीक है, हमें करना क्या है, हमें अपने रिजल्ट में स्टोर करना है सम ऑफ टू वैल्यूज, दैट इज द नंबर 1 प्लस नंबर 2. I'll duplicate this directly, shortcut over here and duplicate this, all done. ठीक है, this is the first thing I have done. फिर हम जल्दी से करेंगे सेकंड वाला. ठीक है, फिर थर्ड वाला ऐसे ही करना है हमको. ठीक है, फिर फोर्थ वाला ऐसे करना है. ठीक है, I have got all this. अब what I have to do now, duplicate. अगर यूजर ने नंबर एंटर कर दिया 2, so what should be the result? I can just duplicate this. मुझे यहाँ पे क्या चेंज करना है, अगर 2 एंटर किया, so what should be the answer? The answer over has to be, yes students, tell me. The answer over has to be subtraction, कि फर्स्ट नंबर में से आपका सेकेंड नंबर सब्सट्रैक्ट हो जाए. ठीक है, अब फिर हम डुप्लीकेट करेंगे. अगर हमें करना है नंबर 3, now for number 3 we had put over here multiplication, तो मैं डुप्लीकेट कर दूंगा इसको and I will write over here a multiplication. ठीक है, and again अब मैं last thing is left, I want to also have the division wala. ठीक है, for division 1 what number I have taken 4, right? And I'll just duplicate this and I'll just click on this. Okay, my program is done. Let's run the code. Okay, I enter the first number, I enter the next number, that is 12, right? This thing is done. Okay, but I'm getting a result as the error, right? Anyone who can find out the error? I want the students to find out the error. I want students to find out the error. Anyone? See, what thing went wrong? We had to take input over here, write this particular statement. We cannot, because what will this will just print a value. Okay, so I'll just delete this. This thing is changed. If I run this, still I see that my program will not work. Suppose I enter 1 over here. It's done, but again I get a error. Let's read the error. The variable result was given a value, but was never used after that. Right? So we can see we have given a value to our result, but we have not used the value after that. That is, I have not printed the value of result. So let's do this and let's print it. And here my result is printed. And now let's see. Okay, 12. And let's suppose I take it 7. I want to perform the addition. So I enter 1 over here. And at the end, I will just print over here. Okay, print the result. So again, see, whenever we have to print something, we cannot print at the last. We'll have to print it with the output. So let's just print the result. And a small mistake over here. Again, we have to take an input from user, that is a number. So all these things have to be taken care of. Okay. And I will just write over here 1. And you can see over here that the result is printed. Okay. So students like this, we can perform the calculator, right? So see, this activity we have learned. So students, can you all just think of any other alternative where we can use this project? Like basic mathematical calculations, if we can do, we also should be able to perform some other operations with the help of this. Can someone just share some of the applications that we can use it for? Yes, students, try. Yes, go for it, students, try. Which, what all things can be used for? We have formed the normal calculator, right? Okay, I'll give you a hint, right? See, in your classrooms, you might have studied certain mathematical in math, finding out the areas, finding out the volume, right? Parameter, all these things are there. Why not make a program with the help of which you just have to enter the side value, okay? Means whatever dimension the shape has, you have to enter what shape you are choosing, and out at the end, what should be the result? The result should be something where it is just giving you the output that yes, this is the output, this is the area, parameter, volume, means whatever thing you are doing. See, this activity has been given you for homework. So if you open your Coding Connect LMS portal, in the assignment, you have got all this as homework. So just students, give yourself time and think and make a project where you will be able to find out the area or whatever shape, volume, whatever you want to find of any particular shape. And at the end, that gives you a result, right? So that has to be done by all the students over here, right? So I will just show you a very brief example. I'll hide the code. Okay, I'll hide the code and I will just show you the output. See, it is asking me, enter this, means what shape do you want to find the area of? Let's suppose I type over here square. Now enter the value of side, right? So I enter over here 10. Program has, see how smart I've made this program, how smart I've made this Python program. But it is telling me, yes, that the value of area of square is 100. Let's suppose I have circle over here. Now this program has come to know, I am telling it of a circle, that a circle does not have a side. A circle has a radius, right? So now if I just enter any value of circle, let's suppose I enter over here as 5. Okay, the area of circle is 25, right? So you all have to make such intelligent programs. Okay, you all have to give your try. Okay, they're very, very easy. So if you just kind of see over here, that's not much of a coding. And if I just tell you, it is even smaller than the code that we have done for today. Okay, so it is even smaller than that. So all students have to try, right? And just try and make this activity, because the more you practice, the more you'll be able to learn all these concepts, right? Yeah. So once again, any questions, any queries to anyone, you can ask in the chat box. Any questions, students? Batao mujhe. I'll help you with that. Feel free. Okay, so this means that all the students have understood the activity. That's really great. Okay, so students, see, like this, we are learning the activity. See, the daily operations that we do, the daily activities that we do. Okay, now with those activities, those things are also possible with the help of coding, right? So you are learning, you all are becoming the creators, right? You all are getting to know how to become the creators, not just by using a calculator. Now, you know, at the back end, that if a computer has got a calculator, how does it actually work? What is the coding behind that calculator? What things go at the back end that the calculator is able to give you a result out of it? Right, students? So I think we have completed the activity for today, and the students are all aware that how we can make a calculator with the help of Python programming, right? So we will conclude this session for today, okay? And we'll meet in the next session with one more amazing activity for you all, right? So thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. Have a nice day.